Hey guys, this is a video which is going to be showing my vacuum chamber, one that I've constructed myself actually, and also the vacuum pump. So this you can purchase as a kit or as an individual piece, being just the vacuum chamber and all the other parts that go along with it, including the hose, on my website, which is www.eternalmasks.co.uk. You'll also find the link in the description below. So this is an 8 litre pot chamber, and it's kind of got a silicone gasket around it, which really ensures the really tight seal on to the acrylic plastic, which is a 15mm sheet. So that's going to be really strong and ensure that there's absolutely no warping on that at all. I've also got the vacuum gauge as well as a cross junction and 2 ball valves, which allow you to control the airflow, so you can kind of close off the end, open up this side, and then allow the vacuum to function. And once you've kind of got to the required vacuum, you can literally just sort of close that and turn the vacuum off, saving the oil obviously and making it last a little bit longer, and it would hold the vacuum as well. Now on top of that, you know, like I said, I'm already selling all of these bits. I'm selling just the vacuum chamber kit, and also selling the entire kit with the pump as well, so make sure you go and check that out on my website. So I'm going to do a little demonstration just to show you how it works when I want to degas silicone. So as you can see, I've got platinum silicone, which is currently in a flesh tone, so I can make more of these bad boys. So you can see there's loads of fingers. These are all going to be painted over the next couple of days as I sell them, and also an ear in there as well, so there's a really funky looking ear. So yeah, let's get started. Just going to open up that valve just there, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. So literally I'm just going to let that go on for a little while, just to kind of get rid of all the bubbles. As you can see, they're all rising to the top now, and it collapsed down, and we're kind of going to be getting there over the next minute or so. One of the things when using platinum silicone, hopefully you can hear me clearly, is using this, which is Platsil retarder, which is, you know, quite important, because what it does is it literally, a bit of a promotion for Neil's Materials, that's where I grabbed this stuff from, and basically what it does is it allows the platinum silicone to cure after a longer period of time. So the cure time gets increased, or decreased should I say, so it takes longer for it to cure, and that kind of gives us plenty of time to get rid of all of the bubbles as well. Now going to the actual vacuum pump, it sounds a little bit noisy, but actually a lot of the vibration is coming from my desk, which isn't really soundproof. It's just an office desk, which isn't really great, but if I lift it up, you can kind of see how quiet that is. If you were to put this on the floor, on the carpet, it would absorb pretty much most of that sound, but actually as I put it down, it kind of just comes through again. Okay, so let's say I was kind of up to this point. Now the trick is, if I was to literally, if you look there, we can see, let's get the camera facing the right way, we're pretty much on a really good value here in terms of the HG rating. I'm trying to get this camera to focus in a little bit. But you can kind of see it's all the way down, and we've got a good rating there. And then I'm just going to be turning the ball valve just to hold the compression, and then I can turn that off, and literally it will hold that and continue to do what it needs to do. Now once you've kind of got rid of most of the bigger bubbles, what I tend to do and what tends to work quite well is I release the air on the left hand side. Now when you do this, what you're actually doing is the air is going to be flying in from this side, so don't put your finger anywhere near here, because what's going to happen is it will literally hurt a lot, because it will be sucking your finger in, and I assure you, you won't get sucked in. It's not a cartoon, so it's not going to happen, but you want to be opening this. It will make a hissing sound, so don't be afraid. So basically what happens is, because you're letting air in, you've literally compressed all of the air or most of the air, but what I tend to do just to ensure that all the air has gone is I just turn this on and allow it to reach full vacuum again, and that will just make sure that all of the air has actually come through that and literally been, you know, compressed and squished down into nothingness, and then we get a really good cast. So just to kind of show you an example of some of the casts here, there are no bubbles on this whatsoever, so these are absolutely great casts that don't have bubbles. Again, these fingers painted are also available on my website, so make sure you check those out as well. I don't currently have a painted one because I've sold all of my painted ones, therefore I need to paint more, but you can see the detail level on these. You know, they really pick up every single detail without a bubble in sight, so that's really good stuff, and that's all because of this vacuum chamber. Couldn't have achieved it without it. I used to get real troubles with creating that. Now as you can see, there's hardly any bubbles left in there. You know, there's a few in there, but if I let that go for another 30 seconds and compress the air, that's gonna literally squish pretty much all the air bubbles down to nothingness. It's just gonna crush them all down. So I'm gonna let this run for about another 20 seconds. But hopefully this video has kind of helped you and given you a bit of an idea on what this can do. So let me just turn this off, because again, I might have let that go for a little longer, but just to show you what it does, if I let the air back in, I don't know if you can see, literally that would have crushed pretty much all the air down. So I'm just going to lift that off now and have a look at this. Now what you want, just excuse the room because it's a bit of a mess. Absolutely no air bubbles left in this whatsoever. So if I sort of run that down, absolutely smooth. No air bubbles at all. Alright, so that is my vacuum chamber and the setup with the pump as well. Obviously the one, you know, that you get will be all brand new parts. These are ones that I've sort of tested out and I know it works. I'm actually going to be changing the way that I mount this cross section to the acrylic plastic. What I've got is something like this as a fitting, which can allow me to get an even better seal on here, so it's going to be absolutely perfect. So guys, you can be assured that you're getting a quality product, one that I've tested thoroughly and I know that it works. So hopefully this video has helped you, and if you want to purchase it guys, please do go over to my website. You can find the link in the description below. Alright, take it easy and I'll catch you next time.